Hi guys, I'm Sherrie Vassy with National Center for Performance Health. I'm the Director of Corporate and Academic Training, and I'm here to talk to you tonight about mindfulness. Before we get started, I want to talk to you about NCPH and where I'm from and why I'm here. And I thought that most of you would probably recognize the name GameChanger. GameChanger is a service that is available to you as student athletes, and it is there to benefit you in any kind of help that you need. You can see on the screen there that if you have emotional problems, social problems, academic problems, any kind of problems that you need help with, you have access to our counselors 24/7. So keep that in mind. And the number at the bottom of your screen here under Contact Us is the number that you will need. If you don't have that number or can't get to that number, talk with one of your coaches or some of the guys in athletic training, and they can certainly help you with that. Okay, this, if I can get it to go. My screen is not responding. There we go. This is Dr. Mera. He is our CEO-in-chief of NCPH, and he is the brain behind GameChanger. Some of you may recognize his face. He's on campus quite often. If not, you can look for him because you will see him at some point, I'm sure. Let's talk about mindfulness. Mindfulness is an idea that has come about, well, it's actually been around for a very long time, but it's become very popular lately. And the whole idea behind mindfulness is to help us to deal with stress, anxiety, whatever issues that we're having. But it actually means becoming aware of yourself, becoming aware of the people around you, things around you, becoming aware of how you react to situations, why you react a certain way, and how you can control your actions and reactions. So let's talk about mindfulness and how it works. I'm going to skip this because I don't think you can see it, but no, you won't be able to see it, so we'll go on. We're going to talk about 30-second mindfulness. I had a video for you to watch, but for some reason we can't get it to work with our technology right now. So I'm going to tell you about it. 30-second mindfulness is a practice that is designed to help you very quickly center yourself, basically. Anytime you find yourself in a situation where you are feeling anxious, where you're feeling stressed, where you think you might not react in a way that you maybe should, 30-second mindfulness is very quick, and it helps you to center yourself, I guess. The first thing that you need to do when you're going to practice 30-second mindfulness is to locate 3 objects somewhere in your sight. They can be anything. They don't have to be anything special. They can actually be people, but you don't need to name them as their name. You would have to name them as a person. But you locate those items in your sight and you name them. You say, that is a picture, for example. And as you say, after you say that, you breathe in very slowly and breathe out very slowly. Then, as you're doing that, picture your breath as a color. That just sort of helps you concentrate on your breathing. See the breath come into your body and go out of your body. This sort of helps you concentrate on your breathing. And while you're concentrating on that thing you just named and you're breathing, you're not thinking about whatever stressed you out. You're not thinking about whatever made you angry. You're not thinking about whatever you're anxious about. And so the idea is to concentrate on these things and your breath. Okay, then we're going to do the next thing. So you're going to repeat it with the next object. So I will say, that is a plant. And I'm going to breathe in deeply. And I'm going to breathe out slowly. I'm picturing my breath as it goes into my body and as it comes out. Lastly, we're going to do the last object. You're going to pick one of the objects that you named. That is a phone. And I'm going to breathe in and I'm going to breathe out. Taking the time to go through this 30-second mindfulness act is going to take your mind off of whatever is stressing you out and help center you. If you find that after you've done it, you're still really anxious and you're still really stressed or really angry or whatever it is you're trying to deal with, do it again. It doesn't take that long. Now, the question is, do I have to focus on things? No. You can choose to focus on emotions. You can choose to focus on sights, sounds, smells, tastes, touch. You can choose to focus on unhealthy urges, things that you want to work on, get rid of. Just say the name of whatever it is that you need to work on. For example, if you have anger that you need to get rid of, then just say, that is anger, and do your breathing techniques. This will help you to concentrate on what it is you need to deal with and to take a few minutes or a few seconds actually away from it so that you can see it in a different light. Kind of like, you remember when you were a kid, most of us, our parents taught us to, if you got angry before you said something, to count to 10 before you said it. It's kind of the same idea, but this sort of helps a little bit more because it literally takes your mind from whatever you're dealing with onto something that you see around you. All right. Now the question is, why practice mindfulness? What's the purpose of this? Well, I've said that it helps to ground us and it helps to take our mind off of things. But there are things that you need to know about mindfulness that will help you in figuring out, is it going to help you? One of the first things mindfulness does is it benefits our minds, obviously. It increases positive emotions and reduces negative emotions and stress. And that's something that we all need to learn to deal with, is to get rid of the negative and increase the positive. Another thing it does is it actually helps you physically. Stress keeps your body from producing the hormones that it needs to be able to be positive, to be able to think in the normal way. It also keeps your body from being able to fight off disease. And so if you learn to practice mindfulness on a regular basis, it'll help your immune system and help you fight off illness. Another thing that mindfulness can do is it positively changes our brains. You can actually increase the density of your gray matter in your brain in regions that are linked to learning, memory, emotion regulation, and empathy. And these are all things that we need to work on, especially students with their learning and their memory and their emotion regulation. More reasons to practice mindfulness. It can fight obesity. Practicing mindful eating encourages healthy eating habits and helps people lose weight. Helps them to learn to concentrate on the food that's in front of them and to enjoy it more rather than thinking about what they want. Number 5, I have some stars beside because I think it's very pertinent to where you are and what you're dealing with right now. Mindfulness helps to heighten your ability to focus. It helps you to tune out distractions and improve your memory and your attention skills. It also improves your ability to recall information. And those are things that you as student athletes are dealing with on a daily basis. You are constantly having to remember things. You're constantly having to pay attention to your teachers, to your assignments, to your coaches, to whoever's telling you what to do at any given moment during the day. And I know that in your life right now, that seems to be a constant. But if you will learn to practice mindfulness, I think it will help you with all of these things. Number 6, it helps you to regulate your emotions. Many of us have trouble regulating our emotions, especially the emotions of anger and hurt. And if we will learn to recognize when we begin to feel this way, then we can practice our 30-second mindfulness, and I think it will help you. Number 7 was really interesting to me. It increases relationship satisfaction. What I've read is that couples who practice mindfulness find themselves more satisfied with their relationships. And this doesn't work with just couples. It'll work with family relationships, friendships. If you will learn to practice mindfulness and learn to appreciate what is going on with you in the moment, with the person with whom you are in the presence of, you will find that your relationships are a little more successful. We have some more reasons. This one helps post-traumatic stress disorder. Some people deal with this PTSD because of childhood problems, because of things that may have happened to us. And they say that this will help you in if you will practice this 30-second mindfulness, it'll help you to deal with the issues that come along with your post-traumatic stress disorder. And number 10, anxiety. We all deal with anxiety at some point in time, but many of us more than others. So if you find yourself being overly anxious, learn to practice the 30-second mindfulness, and I think that you will find that your anxiety decreases and that you will be able to function better with your anxiety, with your stress, with any of it. If you have any questions about any of this, I would say that you should probably contact one of your coaches or one of your athletic trainers, and they can probably get you in touch with me. I will be glad to talk with you individually about anything that you have questions about. And I thank you for giving me your time and listening